Just give me the sunshine. All I want is some sunshine. Let me have the sunshine. Yeah. All I need is the sunshine. When I don't see the sun in the sky.
Trying to find my bearing inside it. It looks a lot bigger.
Yeah, where everything is.
Yeah.
But that's the dance floor now, so here's the gambling house, isn't it?
Yeah, but most of it has been taken up. It goes further back out towards the road. That's why we don't really recognise it. I mean, I came in '88 when they collapsed the building on top, when they were about to collapse the building.
Right.
And I ran down inside of it, and it was really heartbreaking. But they gutted the whole place, pulled all the fans off the wall and everything, and it was just ruined. And there was a green bit of paper on the floor, and I picked it up, and it was one of the old original membership forms. And I was the only one that had one. And you know Greg Wilson? Never heard of Greg Wilson? Greg Wilson, like a famous Manchester DJ, and he does a blog site about all the different clubs in Manchester. And he borrowed the membership card and photocopied it and put it on the internet. And then everybody's copied my membership card, and it's all over the internet. But it was an amazing place, you know. As a DJ, you had total freedom to do and play what you want, which is something that you couldn't really do anywhere else. And for me, the interesting thing was that how do I explain this? How do I explain it? People were on another level. As another DJ would explain, we were playing records. We'd be playing. I'd play certain. What I did, I worked at a club in the town centre called the Gallery, and that finished at 2 o'clock. And then we'll all come up here to the Reno and continue till 6 o'clock in the morning. And there were songs that I would play in the Gallery, and I had a kind of like, just kind of like a medium reception of them. And then you get to the Reno and you play them, and people are like, whoa, you're going wild over this track. And you kind of like, as a DJ, you're thinking, am I missing something here? And then one day, I had my first weed, and then I realised where they were. Can you understand that? Yeah. Because they were all high and getting off on the music, and I was just playing the music. And then I had a weed, and it took me up there, and I was like, whoa! So now I knew where they were. And it was unique because this was the only club sort of like that allowed you to smoke weed in the club. In the town centre, you couldn't get away with that. They'd throw you out, they'd call the police and stuff like that. And I'm very interested in how the effect that sort of like marijuana, weed, how it affects the what it does to people when they listen to music. There is there is a connection between that, isn't there?
It's enhanced.
It's like an enhancement, like you say.
Yeah.
But I don't think they've ever done any kind of like scientific study on why that happened. You know, if you go to any festivals where they're playing good bass music and stuff like that, there's always loads of people smoking weed. So what's the connection with weed and music? There is something, there's an associative thing there, you know what I mean? And I didn't realise that until I came and worked in Reno, because everybody was skinning up in the corner and everybody was happy, you know. There was a really nice happy medium between the DJ and the people that were there. It was kind of like very euphoric, and it was just really nice. It was really nice. And at the end of the night, everybody's happy, everybody's smiling, and everybody's going home ready for next week and stuff.
So did you grow up in Manchester?
Oh yeah, I grew up. I came over here when I was 6 from Jamaica, and I grew up basically within a half a mile radius of this area. So this has always been, as a child, I used to play out around here and stuff. So I know the area really well, and I know a lot of the people that kind of live around here. You know what I mean?
And how did you Where did you get your records from? How did you pick them as well for a night?
How did I pick my? Oh gosh, that's a difficult one.
A good question.
Eh?
It's a good question.
It is a good question. It is a
You
good
had
question.
Piccadilly there near Victoria Station and did all the rare grooves.
Well, at the time when we were playing them, they weren't rare grooves. It was years later they all became rare grooves.
Right, okay.
When you're buying new, you get all the new imports that come from America, and there was a certain shop called Spinning that we all used to go and buy all the records from. When you buy them and you're playing them, you never know, obviously, that in 10 years' time they're going to become classics and everybody's going to be collecting them. You just don't know that. You just play what you feel, and if a track works, you stay with it and keep playing it. If it doesn't work, you kind of like put it to one side and, oh well, that didn't work. One of the things you learn as a DJ is that not everybody's going to like what you play. You know what I mean? And so you don't know when you go out and you're spending, how much were we spending every week on records? Every week you're coming back with bags of records. And stuff. You never know which one was going to ascend to certain heights and stuff like
but
that.
after a while you get an idea.
Oh yeah, after a while it becomes like...
work, because you become more professional in your selection.
And then
so you don't waste money as such, because you have an idea
of what works for a certain audience. You know that they get off on a certain vibe, certain tone, certain rhythm.
Because it's your perception of what's good music.
Yeah.
You're putting to, it's not what they want. It's what you
want
want them to hear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're the leader. You make the choice. They've got to listen to what you like.
You take them on a journey.
You take them on, you're not a jukebox.
No. No. And the good thing about the Reno is that people never came up and requested music, which means that they're always happy with what we were giving them. You know what I mean? They never came up.
Well, that was down to me. That was down to me, because I used to tell them when I first started, you get the odd person coming up asking for record, and I would say, we don't play requests.
No, that's true.
I would never play requests. I was
the same.
Try never to repeat a record. If it's played in the night, it don't get played again.
Yeah.
You just say that record once for the night, and that's it.
And then later on, this whole thing came within the culture of the rewind, where certain tracks, if you played them at certain times, they would have an amazing effect on the audience. People are just... And then they'll be shouting, rewind! And you had to start the record all over again, otherwise there's going to be trouble, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But the Reno was an amazing place. It's just like a one-off. As a DJ, it was just total freedom. You didn't have to worry about what you were going to play, because you knew that there was a happy medium between yourself and the audience, you know what I mean? And once you get to that state of creating that happy medium between yourself and your audience, you can basically play for them blindfolded. As long as you know the type of vibe that they want, you can take it through the whole night. And we did that, you know what I mean? It was really good. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. And the kind of atmosphere that we created in the Reno, we haven't been able to recreate it in any other nightclub since then. You know what I mean? It was just a very unique place. Unbelievable.
Why do you think that is?
Because it went on till 6 o'clock in the morning. Nobody wanted to go home at 2 o'clock. Basically, when the town centre closed up at 2 o'clock, everybody uploaded and came straight down to the Reno and carried the party on till 6 in the morning. And I'd leave the club and come up here with my records, go in the deck and start playing and just continue it. It's just like, it's just like one big rave, really.
What year did you start in the Reno?
Well, I played all the gallery stuff, so it would have been 85, 85, stuff like that. You'd already left by then.
Yeah, I left at the end of 83 when I left.
83. And I came in there and it was dire.
It was with Moses.
Eh?
Moses playing at the time.
Yeah, Moses was there, but Moses wasn't a DJ. He didn't have any records.
Right, okay.
And so what happened was, I used to bring records in and started playing them, and Moses was like, oh, Where did you get that from? And he's going, you know.
Right,
and stuff.
okay.
But you know, Moses had his own style.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure, yeah.
the first thing he used to do when he came on was he just played Azimuth. He put the Azimuth album on, I think it was Telecommunication, and he'd just play it from track 1 right to the end, turn it over and then play the other track, and we'd all be sat there every week religiously listening to it, you know. It was brilliant. He had his own taste and
Who
style.
white labelled the LPs so you couldn't see who the artist was or the tune?
No,
I never
not
did
really,
that.
not
I
really.
didn't do that. It's that wasn't fair to the artist.
Well, there weren't many white labels.
Oh, the promos.
Yeah.
No, we didn't bother with promos. 'Cause we were
No,
getting-
we did.
You did,
No,
you did,
no,
of course,
no. I don't know if you remember this, but we got. I remember a promo came out, and we played it down there, and it kind of worked. And it was a track called Holiday.
The only promo, there's a couple of promos that I got. The first one was Ganut Bello from Life of the World.
Yeah.
Because Ganut Bello is a Reno lad
Yeah.
who made it big with that band Life of the
In
World.
London.
In London.
Yeah.
And when they made the first single, he came up to visit his family, and he came in the arena and came up to me and said, "This is my single."
Yeah.
And I played it, and it was fantastic,
Yeah, it was.
you know.
It was.
You know, so that was the only white label promo that I got, and might be one and two others after that. But
Well, I got loads of them. I remember getting a white label of a song called Holiday, and we didn't know who it was, but we played it, and it turned out to be Madonna.
oh, that's all.
You remember it?
Yeah.
You remember Holiday?
You
Oh,
played that in the arena?
Yeah, that got played. That got played as a white
Somebody
label.
at the end, didn't
But
she?
nobody knew who it was.
Yeah.
We had no idea who it was because they didn't send any photographs of her or anything.
Yeah,
And
really.
once we realised it was Madonna, we stopped playing it.
Mind you, I played that I used to play that track by Gibbs and
Robin Gibbs.
Streisand. Streisand.
You played Barbara Streisand in the
Yeah,
Reno.
yeah.
Oh!
And Robin Gibbs. I remember that track, Guilty.
Yeah.
Or was it no, it wasn't Robin Gibbs, it was that
Oh gosh.
that country singer. What's his name? Can't remember now.
No,
And I used to play Bonnie Raitt as well.
Oh my god.
I played Bonnie Raitt in the arena
my
at one
God.
time.
Yeah.
There was a track by Bonnie Raitt that I played,
Yeah.
and it was good.
But then everybody was high on the music.
And Michael France.
They didn't care. Michael
Michael
France.
France.
Michael France, yeah. And Michael McDonald as well,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But
Casey and the Sunshine Band in
Casey
the
and
early
the
days.
Sunshine Band. Oh, that was a classic.
Yeah, but these
was
are white
classic.
artists who were relevant to what we were doing.
And the thing about the Reno is that on top of it was another club, which was the Nile Club, which is just as famous. You know what I mean? But the Nile catered for reggae, and the Reno catered for soul and funk and jazz and stuff like that. So people will come in droves from town, and some of them will go upstairs to the Nile, and some of them will go downstairs in the Reno. You know,
And what have you guys done with your record collection?
still got them.
Still got it.
Still got them. I've got about 1 million people queued up behind me who wants it when I die. My brothers and sisters have already made plans about what they're going to do with my record collection. I've been stuck in my flat for 20 odd years because I can't move because I've got so much records.
Yeah.
I can't move them. You know, it's dead easy when you come in from the record shop with 10 records in a bag, and over the years they build up
You
into
just
several
build up.
thousand. You know, it's just unbelievable. And
I don't know what I'm going to do with mine,
I love it.
because none of my offspring's interested in it, in music.
It would be nice if we had some kind of organisation, like some archive that we could donate them to. You know what I mean?
A lot of them worth a lot of money as well.
Oh yeah, a lot of them are worth a lot of money.
Worth a lot
I've
of
got
money.
the thing is that the way it works is that all the tracks that you played that became really, really big, that everybody went out and bought their own copies, they're not worth anything. It's all those other ones that you bought that never actually did anything, and they've become rare now. and they're the ones that are worth a lot of money. You know what I mean? I've got records in my collection that are worth £800, and I've probably only played them once. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got
It's amazing.
What are you doing down here?
But
Same thing you doing down
I
here.
told you I was coming here.
I told him.
I told you I took 3 weeks off.
It's
To come
amazing.
down here.
Do you remember? Were you here the night when Tony Wilson came in?
No, that was an idea.
Oh, that was when you left. Tony Wilson from Hacienda. He had his stag party in there. So Tony Wilson was in there, Rob Breton was in him, Alan Erasmus, Mike Pickering and a couple of others in there. There was Soddle, definitely.
Well,
And they
Piccadilly DJs used to always come to the Reno.
yeah, they always used to come up.
Mike Emerson and all,
Yeah.
Tony Emerson was it? Can't remember now. But all of them, Phil Griffin, all of them used to come to the
Who was the
Reno.
snooker player that used to come in regularly? What's his name?
Alec Higgins.
Alex Higgins. Alex Higgins lived in there. He lived in there, and what he used to do, we had a pool table, didn't we, in the gambling room?
Yeah.
We had a pool table in the gambling room, and we'd
It
have.
was a billiard table, it was not pool table.
Was it a billiard table?
It was a billiard
Oh,
table.
God, I can't remember.
No, it was a
And
pool
we-
table. It's too
Eh?
big, is it?
It was
You know,
a
it
billiard
was a
table.
pool table.
It was
Yeah,
a billiard
Was
table.
it a billiard table?
Was it a billiard table?
It was
a
a
pool
billiard
table,
table.
Persian.
It was a
Yeah.
billiard table when I used to be in there. Because I used to go on it.
I'm sure I used to put money down.
And we
pay
used to
the
bet
pool
Alex Higgins. We used
That
to
might
play
be
pool
later
games
on,
and
Yeah,
bet on
probably
it.
it was.
And he'd beat us, and he was
You wait
drunk
about
as
3
hell,
hours
and he
to
was
play a
still
game, and you put your marker
absolutely
down.
brilliant.
And
The
someone
stories
would
that
go
could have come out of here was just
bang, bang,
unbelievable.
bang.
The amount of people that came in. I remember seeing people from stage and TV in there. I was like, whoa, that.
Ray
Ray-
Winston.
Ray Winston was in there.
Yeah, Ray Winston.
Oh gosh, I
come
never
in.
saw Ray Winston.
Ah,
Because the thing is, when you're in the DJ box, right in the
Louis
corner.
Emmerich was a Reno boy.
Oh, Louis Emmerich, yeah.
Hodge, that
Yeah.
was in Scum.
Yeah.
He was they were all Reno boys
They were all
who
Reno
made
boys.
it as
Yeah.
actors, and they used to still come down. Nick Hucknell, he started out in the Reno
Yeah,
before
yeah.
he became
Yeah,
a big star.
that's right.
Because you know that track, Money Too
Money
Tight
Too
to
Tight to
Mention.
Mention, that's
He's
the
in the
Valentine
Reno.
Brothers.
He's in the Reno. He heard me playing that.
Yeah, we used to play the
Yes, I
original
used to
version
play
by the
the
Valentine
Valentine
Brothers,
Brothers.
and he heard it, and then
And
he
he
did a
heard
cover
it.
with it,
And
Money
he
Too Tight to
made-
Mention.
Yeah,
And he made a killing on it, didn't he?
yeah.
Money Too Tight to Mention. And a lot of people now, whenever they hear Money Too Tight to Mention, they think Nick Hucknell wrote it, and he didn't.
Yeah.
It was the Valentine
Yeah,
Brothers.
yeah.
And the Valentine Brothers, their albums were all classics in the Reno, because we played all their albums, all the tracks, all the time. Got them and stuff. Oh gosh, the days. Well, you see the thing when you do things like this, because we can't predict the future. If I knew this was going to become as famous as it was, I would have had my camera and I would have photographed everything. But you never know these things, do you? You never know. Bit of a shame.
I knew it would be missed. Because always, when I used to stand there playing the record, I used to say to myself, these people don't realize what's happening here. You know, they're going to miss this when it's gone. And I was right, because I knew it would, you know, it was too special. Not, you know, you look at how they enjoyed what was happening.
Another thing that kind of enhanced the place is because in the town centre, oh God, how do I explain this? In the town centre, it was very difficult to get a soul night or a reggae night at weekends, because most of the black people who come out to dance, they just come out to dance, and they didn't want to get drunk and fall over on the floor and stuff like that. So they didn't spend a lot of money on the bar, and so a lot of the club owners wouldn't give their precious Saturday night over to a black audience that didn't drink. You know what I mean? So all the soul clubs, most of the soul clubs the big soul clubs we've had in Manchester, like Legends and Playpens and stuff like that, they're all weekday clubs, like Wednesdays and Thursdays. And so it was really good for the Reno, because the Reno was open on a Saturday till 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was playing good soul music. And all the audience came here, you know what I mean? And that played a seminal part in its upbringing. The fact that there was a Saturday night place where people could come chill with their friends, buy drinks, and you know, have a good time. And the Reno was one of the first clubs that provided for that. You know what I mean? And then once the clubs in town saw what was going on here, they started letting black audience have a weekend in their clubs and stuff like that. But in the early days, we couldn't get a weekend in town. It was always like midweek and stuff. So this place was.
And now they close all the clubs. Once a black club set up in town, the police close it down now.
Oh yeah, all of that. There was all that element of that and stuff.
They're still doing it.
You know, they still do it. They've always done it. As a DJ, it was really frustrating. You'll be there playing, and everybody dancing, and all of a sudden the whole club will go cold, and then a whole troop of police officers will come walking through the clubs. You know what I mean? Not really to look for anybody, just to assert their
They just
authority.
don't like to see us enjoying. They don't understand. You see, we're not theatre goers. We're music lovers, just like dancing to good music.
So
That's our culture.
yeah.
They don't understand it.
It's interesting really because the two main, what we can say, black music club in Manchester was the Gallery and the Reno. And when they closed them down, that was when all the gang stuff started. Because people had nowhere to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's very true. Isn't it? When the Reno closed down, all the gang things started kicking off then. And it was just madness. Because there was nowhere for people to go and let steam off, and you know what I mean? And nobody could come in the Reno and carry on with himself and be stupid. Because everybody was enjoying himself and nobody wanted to come in to kind of like spoil the vibe, you know what I mean? Just amazing. And there'll be nothing else like it again, will there? Nothing else like it. Right, I've got to go. I'm a carer. I'm caring for my mother. I need to go. I
Ever and evermore. Forever and evermore. Forever and ever.